too.
Okay, here's the situation.
Another
Tuesday evening with my family. Couldn't find no word to rhyme right there. But another Tuesday. Welcome. What up, though, radio?
Welcome. What?
I'm all over the place. I'm still chasing Saturday night vibe.
What you said?
Lena Horne definitely brought him out. The horn was blowing that night, man. That was an excellent party to start off in 2023.
I had a blast. It was my birthday.
Everybody's birthday Saturday. People straight change their birthday. So it's my birthday. Shout out to Shay. Shout out to Jimmy. All the people change their birthdays, yo.
Unfortunately, we like to have. Usually we like to keep it upbeat around here, but every now and then we had to bring our conscious minds together to talk about the community and things that are going on in the community. And right now, the St. Louis political environment is a circus. A lot of things are being thrown out. People aren't getting along, and it's not working for either party, no matter right or wrong. Kim Gardner, the circuit attorney for the city of St. Louis, has been faced with persecution behind an event where a volleyball tournament was here with a lot of schools from out of town. And a kid, 21-year-old man, got into a car accident, and one of the visiting students, a volleyball player, lost both her legs. A lot of attention was brought to the case because the kid had over 40-something violations of being on a GPS monitor and also just being on probation, out on bond, not even on probation. For some reason, it was spewed like it was her fault, like the way how lenient she is with crime in the city right now. This led up to situations like this. If you want, I think if you look at the full scope of it, there were other things that led up to that. First of all, downtown is dangerous. Like it doesn't really. It's like, and there's no patrol down there at all. Second of all, when you house an event like that where it's going to be so many people, like you ever notice on Fox, like on Grand when they have something at the Fox or anything like that, how much police activity is down there. I was picking up my son that night from the Hilton Hotel on Broadway from work, and I was just looking at the kids walking around. I was like, they don't really know where they are right now. It's like, this is a dangerous city. This is not even really safe. It would seem like you would have more police activity if you're going to have thousands and thousands of visitors in your downtown area. I know downtown's getting a lot of slack because it's a lot of events that are talking about pulling out of it prior to that, because it's like I don't recall any time in St. Louis where it's just not safe to be downtown. They, of course, cars, larceny, breaking in cars, robbery, murders, and it doesn't seem to be anything being done about it. But for some reason, the target is being put upon Kim Gardner. After doing some research of my own, she has been a tad incompetent on some things, and I would use the term flaky. But she's not getting a lot of support from the people her peers that she worked with. When she first started being there, first started when she's elected, a lot of the senior or long tenured prosecutors that are already working there stopped working. They actually quit. 7 to 8 of them. I don't know how many, but it was more than 5.
Why?
They didn't give any. They retired. One of the issues that she's facing to me is you're trying to clean up the corruption within our police department, which seems like you have to do that from the inside, but you also have a job to prosecute criminals as well.
Facts.
She doesn't accept a lot of. There are several. I don't know how many officers that she has on a list that she does not accept. She doesn't issue any warrants on any of their cases because they have a history of being corrupt or doing something wrong. So when you have that type of atmosphere going on, the police aren't working with you and you aren't working with the police. So the whole system is screwed.
Yes.
I didn't like that the mayor said what she said about her. I just think that was that was not necessary.
Why wasn't it necessary? And what did she say that was so wrong?
She needs to do some soul searching.
She does. She needs to really...
You call me and tell me I need to do some soul searching.
Tashira, I feel like she just said exactly what the public was thinking,
Politics
because I've dealt with people who have dealt with Kim Gardner personally with, being victims. And she really do need to do some soul searching and decide if that's really what she wants to do. Because when she speaks to these families who's facing the murders and stuff, she has no compassion. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? She has no empathy. She like insensitive. Mm-hmm. So that lady she didn't tell no lies when she spoke there. I'm not a big Tashira fan either. So
do you think there's been any point in time where Tashara felt like this prior to this? Like, you don't think, like, if we work out of the same building damn near, or we're in the same locale, do you think there's any time she even called her or seen her like, hey man, you need to get your shit together, so and so. So like,
I don't know,
because a year and a half ago it was black girls rocking and loving each other and all this type of stuff that we was doing, and it's good. The symbolism of seeing young black women succeed in being in positions of power is great for upcoming youth. That's a good thing to see. Like,
but I have to hold you accountable no matter if I still have black girl magic and black girl power. If I see DT dropping a ball on something as serious as Kim is, then I feel like I have to hold her accountable. I feel like that does.
You got to do it on the news. You got to do it
in the position that they're in. I don't think there's nothing wrong with doing it publicly.
It's political,
right?
And it is,
because all the problems that you name and the people naming Farrah, this stuff been going on, but it wasn't no real issue until she helped that black people get out of jail.
It was a real issue, it was a real issue.
We've had cops on our show that came in here and was like, hey, it's a lot of corruption going. It's a lot of black against white. It's a lot of shit that's going on. But I can't talk about it because I'm still a cop. Like, they got books coming out about them people. So when she come in and say, I'm gonna try to do it a different way, first of all, she's not committing the crimes. You know what I'm saying? And we don't even know, which I don't know, I'm saying from my standpoint, we don't know what get to her desk, what's happening. Because I'm pretty sure she's not the only attorney down there. I know she ain't going to nobody's office saying, you know what, we're not prosecuting him, or we're not doing this. Just like she said, blame the judges.
No, because I didn't. No, she is over the prosecutors, right? But she dropped the ball on a lot of different cases.
Like what?
Like one case, they did not even show up. Mm-hmm. They didn't even show up. No prosecutor, and the reason behind it was someone went on vacation and they forgot to appoint someone to the case. Like, what kind of excuse is that?
So what happened in the case?
So the judge dismissed it. So you have a criminal that's just out there who's 9 times out of 10 guilty of the crime.
Well, you can't say that's out of 10.
Yeah, you can't.
I'm just saying, compared to what I've seen, I feel like 9 times out of 10.
But I feel like this wasn't a problem until it was a black lady
it's
been going on.
But listen, when Kim Gardner got into office, we were all for her. She had our support. And one thing that I feel like she got support for is because she was a black woman.
Exactly.
I don't feel that we really care about
do research.
Anything behind her other than she was a black woman. So everyone was rooting for Kim Gardner. Period.
Who was the last prosecutor?
I don't know.
I forgot.
That's that's kind of like the thing.
But the fact that she was a black woman,
she black.
No.
And it's Republicans that's pushing this on them. And then next thing
you know who have the biggest issue right now with her? Our community. It's not.
Why?
Because she's dropping the ball. Okay, I'll give you an example of one of them.
Yeah, she's not standing on what
she's saying. Go ahead.
A grieving mother that was furious with St. Louis prosecutor for striking a deal with her son's killer. They are supposed to bring it to her first and let her know what they're going to do with his killer. They didn't do that.
Wait.
They took a plea deal with him. Hold on.
Wait a minute. Now, enough Law and Order that I watch. Like, why is it I'm not finna try a case and spend what they say the taxpayers' money if I know you might get the max, might be 30, but you finna take 18 right now for your crime, man, plead them on out.
But do you see what the problem?
They books are full.
Listen, the problem is
they books are full.
The problem is that they did not contact the grieving mother.
Every mother is grieving when something happened to somebody.
Listen, that is a problem.
What would have happened?
You asked the reason why.
The question is,
the community is no longer supporting her the way they did in the beginning. That is one instance why they are not supporting her. You have things that happen to people, family members, and then you come across her and she don't care.
Is there any good stories?
No, I couldn't find one.
She just got that man out of jail. Been there for 30 years. So
that's a
hell of a story right there.
Yeah, that is.
That's a hell of a story right there.
I'm not gonna write her for that.
Why not?
Because it's too big. It ain't a balance.
Well, I'm just saying you didn't even know about. I'm just saying you didn't know about that one, so you can say you don't know about other cases that's been.
This
happening.
is true,
Well,
but I definitely did some research trying to find it.
Well, you have to understand when she's facing the uphill battle of dealing with people who don't want to work with her and are not doing their part of the job either. So you shine the light on her because they wrote a story about it. She said something that was funny to me, not funny to me, but she's like, she just find it kind of funny that I'm the only person that's being targeted out of everything, and I'm the only elected official here. Like, why is everybody like, let's write an article on what Kim Gardner did. Let's do this on what Kim Gardner did. Like, she's been elected 2 times.
Well,
why is it like everything she do wrong is just highlighted?
I want to say in the case involving the young lady who got her legs taken, that I think Kim asked that he get, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't no bail. The judge the one put him on house arrest. It wasn't me. I came in there and said
he wasn't on house arrest.
He was.
Oh, he had a leg monitor.
Yeah,
he still was able to get out.
Listen, that ain't what she asked for. She came in there and remained. Send him right. No, we gonna put him on house arrest. What can she do about that?
She did do something wrong in her too, though. She falsified some paperwork saying that she did ask for it and didn't, according to court documents. That she never done that, and she did say she did it on a date that was a Sunday. And they found, she couldn't do it on a Sunday, and that's the date that she used. And the makeup for it was like, we thought it was a Monday, and it just those type of things. You can't do that type of thing.
What was the probation officers at?
Yeah, that was an issue
because
she dropped the ball.
Because
not on that case.
If you violate your probation, you don't call the district attorney. You get locked the fuck up. You violated your house arrest 20 times, they said.
You know there is one.
What was the probation officers at?
There is one. There is one traffic police to patrol the entire downtown, and it's Dodge City down there. Like I said, when you're not working with, I don't know if y'all have ever had a position where you have to tell people what to do. It's for a black woman. A lot of people don't want to work under black women.
That's what I was trying to say. Like, when you are a woman, first a black woman, they are going to hold you 10 times higher to the standard that they would do a Caucasian woman. We elected this person in, and we elected her in with the thought that it was going to benefit me or my cousin or somebody in some way. And she has totally, from the beginning, though, you've never heard fabulous things about her, but because she was black and she was a woman, we voted for her. And we thought it would benefit us, but like realistically, we gotta work harder. So if you're if you're not really putting yourself in a position to really always try to win, we're gonna come for you. We're gonna come for you harder than white people come for you.
How do we even know like the evidence that like it's easy to say she didn't prosecute. Man, what evidence do y'all got to get?
Wait a minute. So in some cases, right? And it's some people we talk to Destiny Gray. Do you remember the story Destiny Gray? Her mom LaJohn came on our show.
Oh yeah.
And Kim Gardner, do you remember what she spoke about? This was 2 years ago.
Yeah, it sure was.
You know what I'm saying? Kim Gardner has a reputation. If it's not an eyewitness, she ain't prosecuting you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking to people who I know personally that's being affected every day with her decision making. Like, all the evidence can point to this person But ain't no eyewitness, sir, so we're not going to do anything. This is from Kim. This is not from nobody else in her office. This is straight from her.
Do we know her like her rate for?
Hold on. Let me pull that up because I looked into that.
I think it's a perfect storm of incompetence and separation. Kim Gardner is deeply rooted from the city of St. Louis as far as Eddie Randall and the Petties and the people of that nature. So like. And if anybody knows those people, those are like
former gangsters,
right?
Former gangsters.
Former
gangsters. Fats.
Go ahead.
Before your time.
St. Louis Circuit Attorney Kim Gardner was already under fire after 3 murder cases fell apart on her watch, and record shows that the turnover of prosecutors in her office is greater than 100%. Now, records show her office has been dropping felony cases at a rate more than double the years before she took office. It's a lot. It's a lot.
But you say the rate, but let's think about how many more felony cases that she getting from 5 years ago.
Hold on, let me.
Everything going up.
I got that in here too. I mean, the number.
And some of them cases should be dropped.
No, I'm just asking.
The numbers is ridiculous.
Yeah, but some of them cases should be dropped.
No, it's ridiculous, and that's fine. But it's ridiculous. It's extreme.
But see, listen, those numbers can be leaning towards somebody who don't like her. But I'm pretty sure it's another number that's gonna come out and say, well, you know what? 95% of
that people don't like her. Do you know that people are really dealing? Okay, I'm gonna look up the murder rates. You know, the crime and stuff in the city, right? That has nothing to do with it. The crime is up, big time.
Is that her fault?
The crime is up. I'm not saying it's her fault, but I think it plays a part. If you know Tukey in the hood, steady murdering everybody.
Come on, Farrah, you going to
no, listen, I'm just speaking hypothetically. You know Tukey in the hood, right? You know this nigga done took out about 7 people. Police didn't call him, right? He done went to court. They didn't dismissed him every time. You don't think somebody gonna go out there and feel like they can get away with the same stuff? You don't think people gonna think like that?
Yes, I would if that was the case.
Or what about this? Because
but I'm saying though, how many of us actually know until this came out that, hey man, you can go down to St. Louis City, commit a murder and get away with it?
But no, listen.
With no problem.
What?
I've never heard that.
But are you out there like that? Do you talk to people that's being affected by the crime? Are you around people that's being affected?
Listen, we've all, like, my cousin was killed under her watch. But it's like, I can't blame her for that. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even catch the person.
Listen.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
We have a mayor who doesn't want to convict anybody under a certain age that does a crime.
A mayor.
This is what our mayor wants. She doesn't want to convict kids. She wants to try to rehabilitate them. If you have a prosecuting attorney, and I have this troubled teen who is bad as fudge that needs to go to jail, most of the cases that are going on downtown are under the age of 21.
Facts. Under
the age of 20. If this is plus a defunding of the police.
Mm-hmm.
That's the number one reason. I forgot about that.
Big time. That's horrible.
It is to even hear that being said in a city where the crime is gone ridiculous.
Do we know what defunding the police mean though?
Yes.
What do it mean?
It means that they don't have funds to put police officers out there. Like, so when I called 911 when my car got broken into and someone tried to steal it, then instead of me getting...
They want the state to take over the police
department. Instead of them answering the phone right away, I got to hold for 15 minutes. And instead of them getting to me right away within 10 minutes, I'm waiting 45 minutes. So
that's not the police. That's the dispatch service.
No, but the police is not making it there either.
But I'm saying that's different.
Okay.
He said what he's saying.
Do you feel like
that's different?
That
living in the city,
defunding the police?
No.
For you in the city of life.
Wait, hold on. Defunding the police don't mean what I'm doing is I'm saying that y'all not doing y'all job. So if I was giving y'all $1 million and y'all only paying us for this amount of money, ain't nobody else getting it. It's a reason why I want to defund y'all. I'm not defunding y'all because I want to take money like out of y'all. Hold on. I'm doing it to manage this money to make the police can investigate more, to put cops in better places. Like Dirty said, this one police doing traffic control hypothetically downtown. No, when do you take who dispersing this money? Give us this. Take it back to the state. Let them come back down here and run it. That's why they want to defund the police department.
But
people don't do it. You do you do not defund the police department where it's working at, and it's not been working.
The reason why people don't want the state to run it is because the state has nothing to do with what's going on in my inner city. They don't know what I'm going through because I'm with these kids and I see these kids. All they see is numbers.
But it's not working.
Okay.
Can I?
Go ahead.
Most of us, we be in the city a lot.
I definitely do.
You don't see the police activity like you used to. Like,
not at all.
No.
Like, man, like it
you
just
can get away with whatever in the city.
Like whatever. Like
you can do whatever you want in the city, and even if an officer is sitting right there, and he can see somebody do something illegal, he ain't gonna do nothing. And then 9 times out of 10, no, I'm not saying that's her. We just talk about police now and how it trickles down. And the police ain't right. They doing illegal stuff. Like,
this is why
I can't even understand how the police, they gonna run a light before I will.
Well, let me ask you this: do you guys think it's fixable? Do you think if we get somebody else in there that it'll be better?
I think it will because see, one thing about it is politics, right? It's politics. It's people that know they can do something about it. I just don't want to do nothing about it while you're in office.
That could be a point.
It's always like that.
What could you like?
She a Democrat.
What? Like,
hold on, Dirty. Let it be a white Republican in there, and watch how tougher laws get. Watch how stiffer get. Everything gonna change.
They do stuff better anyways. I don't know why we keep on representing Democrats.
Then you know what's gonna happen? People gonna start coming on the show and say, yeah, they locked my baby up for something he didn't do. It's gonna be you never. It's gonna be right now. We complaining that people they did this crime, but he didn't go to jail. Next thing is gonna be, man, my son got caught with an ounce of weed. Y'all trying to give him 5 years because they gonna make it stiffer. Because you know what's gonna happen? The numbers gonna come back.
Well, why you got an ounce of weed out here?
I'm just come on, man. I'm using a hypothetical. Why you murder 7 people out here?
You know what I'm saying? I don't think I'm gonna be the one complaining when somebody gets locked up for committing a crime. I'm not. If my little cousin going out there doing things that he has no business doing and putting himself in that situation, that's on you.
What about? Hold on. What about when the police was free casing everybody?
See, that's the
and they were still
situation.
getting prosecuted.
Right. So that's the
they
situation.
They was getting free cased.
That's what we talking about.
I know several people got free cased. Here, this dope yours. Hold on.
That's what we
talking about. I ain't got no evidence. Y'all ain't got nothing. So when she came in there, you know what? I've been hearing about all this. It was a dude on the news. The police tried to put dope on him. He had to set him up. But under somebody else's watch, he done went to jail. So she's like, you know what? Fuck it. If y'all ain't got enough evidence, I'm not prosecuting.
So how do we balance it then,
thank you. Where's the
how do we balance it?
What do you want? You want safer streets or do you want corrupt police activity?
I want safer streets and I want police to do their job and not be corrupt. I want them both. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that either. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, I have no faith in St. Louis, period, when it comes to anything political. I have no faith in them. From all the way from the aldermen all the way up, like March 3rd, we supposed to vote, or March 4th, right? For the aldermen in the city, whatnot. We have somebody running in my area. We have the guy last name Aldridge, and then we have the young lady Ebony Washington, right? So I be like, black girl magic, black girl magic, black girl magic. So I reached out, you know, that I'm like, dang, I see all the signs up, all she on it. I done reached out on Facebook to this lady at least 5 times. Just trying to see, okay, what can I do to help? What are you really trying to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to really know what you're trying to do so I can give you my vote. I want you to have my vote. I don't want Brandon Aldridge to have my vote. I want Ebony Washington because black girl magic. But I ain't just going to give it to her, but I want to give it to her, right? So I go on her Facebook page. I'm like, I'm steady typing up, you know what I'm saying? Get at me, like trying to see what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? She'll put a post up. Okay, what do you really want to do? How are you going to change this? How are you going to do this? No response, right? But I'll see her post come through my feed, but I'm still not getting a response. Guess who done called my phone 1,000 times? Guess who done text my phone 1,000 times? Brandon Aldridge. You know what I'm saying? So guess who's getting my vote?
What is he telling you though?
He's just, it's a lot of different, man, there's so much I got to keep up with. Once I get there to vote, then I'll look at it again, what I always do. Because I try to do a lot of research. I don't just like to give people my vote just because. I might want to give you my vote, but I don't just give it to you.
Which is
you
definitely
know what
the right
I'm
thing.
saying?
That's the right thing to do.
Brandon Aldridge has went out of the way Even though he hasn't knocked on my door, he didn't call my phone. Today I just told him, please, stop calling me, please. You know what I'm saying? But that right there, like, I'm one of them people, like, I want to be a part of helping my community. I want to be a part of it. I want you to earn my vote. I want you to tell me why I should give you my vote. And I don't have no more faith in it.
I see what it is. If we have more people like you that hold our officials accountable and aren't afraid to say and just be like, because people, like 1,200 people vote for the alderman. Like, don't nobody even go out for that shit.
They don't even vote.
Because if you have more citizens, like it's all a wheel. We all spokes in the wheel. But if like you cannot just take one person and be like, this the reason why. It's called a community for a reason.
Yes,
so
it is.
We have more active people. Like I demand to know why people get to sit on this porch from 12 midnight to 12 in the afternoon and do all the shit that they do. I demand to know why the Grand Hotel stays open.
Yes.
And all the schools around it didn't close, but this hotel stay open for 40 years, knowing it's corrupt. Like, we allow shit to happen. Like, Afton, Ladue, all these other municipalities are not going to allow shit to happen. Like,
because
that
black
don't make
people
sense.
don't care.
But dirty. I mean, let's say this. We preached for the workhouse to get closed, right? How many prisoners did they in-house in the workhouse? Let's just say 500. Where they going to go? It's like, listen, we always want to change something, but you got to have a solution when you're changing. So I'm saying if the Grand Hotel is open, right, and we know it's every junkie, okay, we're going to wipe it out. Where they finna go?
Who finna go?
Are we concerned about where the junkies going?
Actually, you are. If I can keep y'all right here, that's cool.
They do.
I can monitor y'all right here.
They're not getting monitored though.
I'm just saying. I'm just taking that.
I get what you're saying
as an example. Mm-hmm. It has to be okay. We know we can't get rid of all the junkies, and it's just not gonna happen. Mm-hmm. So when you shut down something like the workhouse, it's like, okay, the justice centers can't house no minimum security people. Where they gonna go?
It was a young lady this past one, like she opened up like a shelter. It's to house people that were on the street that nobody really big up to her about. She just did it on the low, took her stuff and took it in her own hands. At some point, that's what's going to happen. People are going to start taking things into their own hands, and
they already do.
The homeless is very tricky too, though. You know,
you got catfish.
The homeless does things like, you know, you have some people who's homeless and really need help. But you also have a lot of homeless people that don't want help. They want to freak the system.
Oh, true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they know how to work the system round and round to live the way they live. They consider it living free.
I be thinking like
they don't want to pay bills. They don't want to have their own crib and have responsibility.
You get outfits and shit. Like, why wouldn't you want to do that? If you could stand outside for 8 hours, why wouldn't you want to go stand inside McDonald's? You can get free food. All the stuff you're begging for is right there.
Piggybacking off what you said fast, I think Kim Gardner came into that position with great intentions, but with no finishing. Like, this is how I want it to end. She just came up in there tearing shit up like this.
Start, no finish.
But I don't. Damn, what do we do now? Now I done stopped all these police from doing what the fuck they been doing or haven't done, and now they won't even fuck with me.
Maybe we can have our own.
But you know what though, Dirty? That's actually okay. I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
Because when the next person come in there, they might not be full-fledged like Kim, but they might have something in her. So y'all know, like, I probably won't go to the extreme like she did. But it's possible to do what she did. So if y'all don't want to, that's cool. Y'all gonna have a new chief again, and another chief, and another chief.
The turnover is so high.
Like
100%.
Like, listen, we done had how many chiefs of police in the last 5 years?
Man, we done had like 5.
It ain't because of Kim Gardner.
Yep.
Like, only time
I can't even keep up with their names.
Only time we see y'all is when something happen and y'all speak.
Yeah.
Or when they want to be on TV.
Like, I mean, I kind of asked her, like, what is the mayor doing?
I said,
what does the mayor do?
Putting all the deltas in.
What does the mayor do?
Shout out to the delta.
I mean, like,
like for real.
I kind of feel like before you go on TV and like you say you want to ridicule somebody else, you got to look at yourself too. Like, you going with because the AD said he want to go. Of course, he almost like your boss. So I gotta ride with you now. Then But
he ain't nothing like her boss though.
The attorney general?
Yeah, what the fuck? What is she doing?
Do you know what she's doing?
Hold on, dirty. Wait. Everything is about politics.
but she,
man, hold on. Why is it people in the state in Jeff City, Republicans talking about we should fire the fucking mayor of St. Louis like they really give a fuck?
Yeah, but
They don't
the
care.
attorney general does not supersede the mayor of St. Louis.
But I bet you his word means something then.
Yeah, I mean her word means something too, though.
Not like his.
If she get the backing of the community, then it do.
Okay, dude got the backing of the state.
Ain't nobody saying shit happen.
We need to just stop
We
voting
talking
black.
about it right now because of him. Because
we
if he
talking
would've
about
said
it.
that, she wouldn't have said nothing.
I'm just saying.
He was first.
That ain't shit.
You know
was
what?
first.
At the end of the
She ain't
day,
gonna win no race because
Who
of
got
what
the
he
power
doing.
to fire?
Not him.
What you mean?
I mean what I just
He the
said.
one got to go.
when it comes to the city of St. Louis, only way you gonna win if you get the black vote.
Exactly.
And one thing about
It's
the
only
black
blacks.
vote, we are ignorant as heck, and we don't care about nothing but color.
Which brings us to our next.
Hold on.
No, because come on, this is a segue.
We had a white prosecutor. We didn't even know who it was.
This brings us to our segue. That's a nice
I'm
segue,
speaking
Farrah.
facts.
Do you allow? So are we going here with Tashara, going here with Kim Gardner, or whatever, or we vote Democrat because they black or whatever? Do you allow race to persuade your judgment before the facts at hand?
All the
Yes,
time.
Heck yeah.
I let race persuade my judgment because I feel like it's important to have someone that looks like me in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think that's important. So I want to always vote black, and it just I can't help it. I want to always vote black, but this process of learning, about these politics, the judges, and it's just like, man, I can't win. At this point, it ain't no winning. Nobody is for the people.
You know what it is, Farrah?
Nobody's for the people.
This is part of our problem, and I'm saying us as a whole, that we all want to vote black, but we only pay attention when it's black. So what happens is the shit that the black person doing, not knowing the person before them was 10 times worse. All we seen is what they did wrong, and that's almost with anything that we doing black. Like you want to pick you a black hairdresser, you want to go to a black-owned bar, but as soon as we get there, we want to pick out so fast what they doing wrong.
Well, what are they doing right? Because I want to be able to say,
You're not gonna hear about what somebody doing right,
but I should.
but you never.
I
do.
want to be like Tashira did this. And
You
she
never-
did
you
that.
never go-
I want to be like Kim did
unless
this and
you
Kim
straight
that.
deep- listen, I can't tell you getting prosecuted tomorrow. To be honest with you, we ain't been in no courtroom. We can't tell you no other prosecutor who under her. We don't know none of this shit.
They can't keep none.
I mean, that's just the same shit warmed over, bro. Like I just said, like it's a community aspect. Like you have to show up for jury duty.
Yes.
Instead of saying I'm flat,
So
whatever.
Who
important.
else have been on jury duty?
I
They
have.
would. I
Let
have
me tell
been
you.
4
I-
times.
let-
They would not pick
Let me tell you, a guy named
I get it.
Donnell, he's a judge. Yes, I have. And Donnell said, "Do you go to jury duty?" And I said, "No. Why?" And he said, "Because the jury is all white if you don't attempt to
Yes.
show up.
Facts.
How can they understand what you and your people been
Yes.
through and
Facts.
try to understand the theory of why this happened?" He said, from that point on, I went to jury duty.
Do y'all want to go to
You
a
know why I
trial?
don't be?
I
You wanna
really
say the
want to
trial?
serve on a jury
This
duty.
what
They
they do,
would
though.
never appoint me. They
They
always
come-
grill
they
me
ask
like
you first, and you
I'm too opinionated.
Do you watch the Cosby Show? You're out of here.
Yeah.
I'm too
Yeah.
opinionated.
Real talk.
No, you have to be very. In order to be selected, you
And gotta
cannot
get-
have
you
an
gotta, like,
opinion.
you ever watch Law and Order? No.
You know what?
Lie.
I all these years because we live in a Catholic city. St. Louis is deep with old money.
Catholicism.
Like I've always wanted somebody black in because white people have fucked up long enough. If I wanted somebody to fuck up, I want them to be black. But the problem now is they locking us up. All that bullshit they did back in the day, all that white people back. I mean, it was all about them and it was never about us. Although I grew up in a very nice area and home. Still, for those people who didn't, they was fucked up.
Check this out.
And people don't care. White people didn't care.
Check this out.
But here I get a black person who got an opportunity to make things great in a whole. And for some reason, I'm more mad at her than I am them.
Because I expect more from her.
Not really. You still a human being just like me.
No, but I expect more from her.
Well, I'm saying you
Because
personally-
I didn't vote on
but-
them.
but
I
but
think-
I voted
no.
for her.
But
Yes.
listen, that's how we all are. And I don't want to. Just dumb it down. We went to a bar the other day, DT. Me and you went on Sunday. It took us 45 minutes to an hour to get a drink. Nobody left. Nobody was like, this, fuck all this. If it was black owned, they'd have been that motherfucker leaving. They'd have been all on Facebook raising hell. The same way with this prosecutor. When Wesley Bell didn't get dude prosecuted, the cop from Mike Brown, when all this stuff happened, man, we was on his ass about that shit. Did nothing happen. It flew over.
You know, part of that has to do with just being in tune with, like, a lot of times if it's white or whatever, we don't even pay attention.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Pay attention when they white.
So it's just like, it'd be like that. But when it was a black person, we start digging in the facts and start paying attention.
Because we care more. They bring it to it. Like, they make us want to care. When we see somebody that look like us in, yes, I want to care.
And then
it's a trap.
This is also a different generation. Because when my grandmother voted and seen what they really weren't into that like we are. We are very much more aware. We should be more into.
It's a trap.
Well, so this goes back to the original.
Reason why the prosecutors are black.
This goes back to the original. This goes back to the original question.
It could be.
Clearly, like, we are swayed more when we see skin. Like, so we get more involved when it has something to do with us. Sometimes it's for the wrong reasons. Like, we put, like, I want them to do right because they black, or I don't care about what they did wrong. I don't care about whatever they say they did it. I'm voting for them. They black. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, like, really diving into everything, because if you dive in too late and get hindsight advice, it don't even matter then. But if we did our due diligence that we should do, that
we have to continue to care after we vote.
And that,
we have to continue to care. We have to continue to be tuned in.
That is 100% right.
That's the thing.
But the problem is, we don't really even know where to get all our facts from, because
it's so hard.
Because if you just go Google Farrah, and the first thing pop up is Sister C cheating, you're gonna be like, oh, she ain't about shit. But if you scroll down 4 more things, like, oh man, she on a positive podcast, she do this and you ain't gonna know everything. So diving in, at some point, you just gotta show me.
I wish they were more in tune with us.
You just gotta show me.
Who is they?
Like the mayor and stuff. Like, I just wish they was more in tune with the people of the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish they knew us, like, by name, some of us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Farrah, they do, but the problem is
they don't.
What is she supposed to do?
Listen, but when
it's a million of us.
Listen, but if you in tune with us, you know what I'm saying, then I think you get to know your community, what they need more.
On a
you know what I'm
small
saying?
scale, yes.
Yeah, you get to know, like, when your aldermen know the people that's been in this neighborhood all these years, then you get to know what your people need. You know what I'm saying?
Think
like,
the aldermen do a better job.
I think every civil servant should be doing that.
Yes.
Police,
period.
public defenders.
Yes, I agree.
All them people should be outside knowing and letting people know that, look, I work for y'all, man. This is what's, like, when I was younger, shit, police knew our name. Like,
yes, they did.
Your nickname, your motherfucker, your mama. Hey, boy, I'm gonna tell your mama you did so and so, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And
man, them cops long gone.
Yeah, they are.
We talking about,
but that's the point. It shouldn't be like that. Even with having them dirty, they still was everywhere. At some point, some people. It was a point in time when nobody was even downtown.
No,
nobody was downtown.
Where else they have nowhere else to go?
No, I'm just saying in general. We still did all the shit. We just didn't go downtown. There was
more stuff for us to do too.
It really was.
That's the biggest problem.
Us having teenagers dirty. Where does your teenager go on a Saturday night?
Yeah, but you know what?
To jail.
A lot of that
stuff.
Go to work. But see, that's the problem. The problem is people don't fill out for things like census. So you don't get what you need in your community to keep the people, the kids occupied, because we don't do our part.
Yep.
You have to become a part of America to experience America.
That is such a great way to say that.
Yep.
Like, you can't just be on you can be woke or not woke or whatever the word you want to coin it, but you have to get involved. You have to get involved with the schools. You have to go to these town hall meetings. Because you type away now. So now you complain on your phone and this, that, and the other, but you ain't been nowhere to attend nothing to even know what's going on, to even dive in. So sometimes people's opinions don't even make sense because you don't even know what all you know is a subtitle.
But at the same time, too, like, we don't do our part and they don't do theirs either. Because I be trying to go to town hall meetings and I can't never, like, where do I find the information? Like I never know where to find the information at. Like I never see
town hall you want to go to. So if you want to go
in
to
the city,
if you want
St.
to go to
Louis City,
go. I would think go on their website.
Who is they?
St. Louis
City.
StLouisCity.com, and this should tell you all of that. The only thing about like man, to their defense in a way, it's like you got to tackle one problem at a time. You're not gonna be able to dib and dab. We gonna focus on this. I would think on what they think.
But how do you prioritize what is a major problem to tackle first?
The community have to get involved.
Because if hers was police brutality, let's just say police doing the wrong shit, I'm gonna focus on this. Mm-hmm. And I guess she kind of felt like if I get the police department to do right, everything will go a whole lot easier. I got a friend, his car got stolen. Then people called him and said, man, we ain't got time to be doing that. We got too much other shit to do.
Yes, they
Flat
do.
out.
Yes.
It wasn't no, we finna be on this. So now what happened when he see his car in the streets? I'm taking Madison to my own hand.
And 9 times out of 10,
that's
he's
not a
going to
Kim
be the
Gardner
one.
problem.
And
That's
9 times out of 10,
problem.
Kim Gardner going to be like, he's going to jail.
Who?
The one that took matters into his own hands.
I mean, because they don't want you taking matters to your own hands. But that's a police department problem.
So you feel like we need to police our community on our own?
We should.
If we police our community more, then the police don't have nothing to do with our community.
Definitely should.
There's people that do it right now.
If we stop shit that we know, I'm just saying if.
I'm scared of that.
You know, I would say
Yeah,
you.
it's gonna be some sacrifice. It's gonna be some sacrifice.
You know what? I would say
Kick
U
it.
City is one of the, and I go a lot of places. U City is one of the best patrol areas that I've
They really
seen,
are.
and they are always in somebody's neighborhood, getting on somebody's nerves. Even at the schools, everywhere.
That's
I can't.
Don't nobody be walking around.
No,
your
but
city
they
with
show
them
love to their
AR-15.
community too. Though.
Yeah, they
the
do.
Police show love to their
Yeah,
community.
and you don't see that dirty.
Shout out
You're
to
right.
police.
They gonna know.
shout out
They
to
gonna
you.
know your
Shout
name.
out to Mr. Hampton. Yes,
You gonna get off with some.
Chief Hampton.
You gonna get off with some tickets. Like when I stayed in U City, anytime I would get stopped by U City Police Department, I never had a problem because my driver's license and my license plates went to my home.
Mm-hmm.
So because I was a part of that community, they show love.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like they yeah, I'm gonna give U City they props on every level, all the way down.
But I will say this: this is definitely a community that has middle class, low class, and high class. So it does make a difference.
It's a balance.
It's a balance.
DT, and see, this is
They a
this is-
community
this is
too
the thing
that
about
stick
it.
together. That
Yeah.
makes a difference
The
also.
crime in U City is going up too.
I mean, yeah, but
But the thing about it is, we not going to the prosecutor over there at U City saying, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. We not doing it.
Because you know one thing
We don't
about
even know who it is.
No, because the people in U City is a community for real
They
though.
are.
They stick together. That makes a difference. So if Ray down the street, 3 houses down, they pretty much know who Ray people is. So now Ray people know what they done did. Now everybody know it. Oh, such and such did da 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 da.
my neighbor's been there
Yeah.
for 60 years,
So,
and they
that's
say
the difference.
it's a black car outside. I don't know who car this is.
What you said.
But DT, not to really defend St. Louis County and St. Louis City, but that's a much bigger scale.
I
mean, you
I
might-
know.
listen,
It
if I'm from the
is.
south side and I'm stationed on the north side, man, I don't really know you people.
But
man.
that's
It
the
is, but I'm
difference.
making a point. Like
And-
exactly.
it's still
But
people that
it's
have been.
also a stereotype too. U City got a stereotype of being a good community. St. Louis City don't. So when you come down there, you already like if you patrol in U City, you're gonna patrol different in U City than you patrol in the city.
My point
do
is
you see
because you have a patrol situation, not saying that the crime's not going up, it still makes it better to be able to put some type of halt on what's going on.
Yes,
Because
I'm-
you are
That's
a
all I'm doing.
community.
I'm not saying that you're right.
I totally agree.
I totally
It
agree.
doesn't
St.
matter
Louis
how
City
big
is
it
not a
is.
community.
Exactly. That's the
So we
point.
definitely need
It's
more
too-
police.
Man, that's like saying Spanish like a community.
It was a community.
It's not no more.
It is though. All of Spanish Lake ain't.
Yeah, 'cause I
fucked
grew up out
It's
there.
just
It was a
shit that's
community
fucked
at
up.
one
It
time.
still is.
Yeah, it's hard to compare apples to oranges
Spanish
like
Lake
that.
have the highest poverty rate, the highest poverty rate in United States
Because
history.
the city is going to Spanish
In
Lake.
United States history.
The hell?
That don't make the community bad. Just
What
because-
does it?
I mean, it is changing the community because the community is
The
not there
community.
anymore.
Well, that's how you been in Spanish
Because you
Lake.
have the outsiders that's coming in and
I'm not
taking
They
sure.
walk
over.
around
So
with
now,
the AR-15.
Yep, they doing
I mean, that's in like a little area.
That's
Like-
because they
like-
closed down the Grand Hotel
You know
and
what
sent
I'm
to the
saying?
Spanish Lake.
It's just when you start comparing major cities to suburbs and things of that nature, it's kind of hard. But I do understand how you city is built.
Difference.
The dynamic, like
Yes.
everybody, like when everybody goes to one school and or they grow up together and things of that nature, it's a lot easier to detail certain
and hold each other accountable.
But if you grew up on Gravois, then you move over. By the time you 10, you living on the Dub. Then by the time you 14, you living on Prairie. Then you don't have the same values in every community because you don't know everybody. You don't go from fucking kindergarten through whatever middle school to Roosevelt and graduate because y'all family bouncing around everywhere. So it's the dynamic is different.
So a lot of things start with us.
It can't be we talked about this earlier. They need to have like more block parties and shit.
Ooh, no.
Yeah.
You got to have block parties.
You got to start knowing.
Let the police do the block parties. It'll be a whole lot. I mean, if you want to start somewhere in the city, if I'm on the west side and I got from Union to Natural Bridge on back to motherfucking Goodfellow, if we got a neighborhood block party, it can be 3 streets at a time. If we are out here, I can see some of the kids, hey man, I know you out here doing these cars, bro.
If you do not get these parents together with these kids,
that's why you have block parties.
No, you need to get the parents together first.
You know what the police would tell us when we used to be outside? Hey, like, we know what y'all doing, but stop that other shit from happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we know we can't stop this, but stop that bullshit from happening. If y'all gonna be outside being the face of the community and this or that, nickname this, that, and the other.
The face of the community.
For real though, like,
yeah.
Y'all soft then. Like, you letting motherfuckers overrun different values and morals for bullshit. You letting people get killed on your watch. Mm-hmm. If you outside,
you can do this. Just don't be a menace.
Like that. You shouldn't allow that. And that's another thing that we don't have that. Like, we don't have no fact on anybody name that you can think of standing outside or whatever to be like, hey, fuck that. You can't do that over here. Get off Miss Maples.
Because that's what the reality is. Yeah.
The leaders might start having the pow.
They don't having the fear is just overwhelming.
But it can happen. It just got to be on a small scale first. That's all it is. Everybody, we all are leaders. I mean, we all are followers in some sense. If you was on Kingsland over to Northland and they like, you know what, we're making this a no drug zone. The community, this a no. We ain't going for that shit over here no more. Next thing you know, 4 more blocks might start doing it. Mm-hmm. It just start getting pushed out, but it got to start on a small. If the
people have to curve and come together.
Listen. Don't you know how they shut down when it be white people coming down here? They shut this shit down. Like, no, y'all ain't nothing for going to do these soccer players. Y'all, we gon' they can do the same thing on black blocks. Like, you know what? We know this block. Instead of putting up them fucking cameras, them people don't care about them cameras and shit. Patrol it more. However, it could be that they don't have enough people to patrol.
They don't.
So now we have to pick and choose on what we're going to do. We're gonna lock this shit down, y'all, and hope that it grow. But it got to start from somewhere.
Facts.
I want to know how y'all feel about Deion Sanders saying that when he does recruiting, when he's looking for a quarterback, he's looking for a kid whose parents are still together, 2-parent home, 3.5 GPA. But like, I don't know if he's trying to be funny or not. He's like, but when I'm looking for a lineman or a defensive lineman, he said I want them to be struggling, single mom, lights barely on, they barely can make the recruiting trip.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people like took that like, damn, like that ain't funny. You know what I'm saying?
It's not funny
like,
at all.
It's not funny, but it's the reality.
I get it too.
No.
Because when you're dealing with a quarterback, you're dealing with somebody that has to be patient. When you have 2 parents in a home, it might teach them a different structure. When you have a lineman has to be hungry. He has to be prepared. He has to be ready to go at any time. In 2 different situations, both of them are acceptable.
You know what they tell a dummy? They tell me if I'm gonna be a D lineman, I ain't mad my daddy not here. That's like all that other shit. Man, how could you ever put down anybody?
How is that putting someone down?
Because you telling me if I'm a single mother, my son shouldn't be a quarterback. Who the fuck are you to tell me that?
He's not saying
that's
that.
What he said.
That's what he said, though.
No, basically what he said, what I'm looking for.
So what is, man, Deion, you know what? Deion,
I should be able to do that.
Hold on. The same way we gonna hold Kim Gardner foot to the fire. Deion, your word mean way more than hers. So what you saying, bro? You telling the black community that I'm not as good as you are because you got a mother and father in the house. That's how I would take it. So if my son was a top quarterback, man, fuck Deion if he called our phone. Flat out.
Yeah, I thought he was out of touch.
Like, come on,
I mean,
bro.
like,
I understand what you're trying to say,
I
but this ain't the time to. You're saying that all the way
This
wrong.
the same man that left the school and they hadn't even got paid yet. They didn't even know where the money was coming from.
Say what?
Like when he left, they didn't even have any money for him. They promised him a certain amount of
What
money.
you mean? Where?
Talking about Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado. Like he just left the HBCU and you on. So like nobody is really on Deion Sanders anymore. This unless you were born in the 70s,
so much
they don't
shit
really
going
give
on.
a fuck about Deion Sanders. He's not that man to them in 2022.
He's still prime time.
He's not that man because he's at Colorado.
He's still
But
prime
whether
time.
he win or lose will determine on what man he's gonna be. At the HBCU, Deion always had a platform. His platform is 10 times bigger now.
Yeah.
He got that YouTube shit. He on every. I can't think of another coach that you can find on social media like that.
Nope.
So he rebuilt his brand, off the HBCU.
I
Off
guess
the
sometimes,
HBCU.
even with Dylan, we bring up Kim, bring up Deion, Tashar, whoever. When you are a pioneer, you get arrows in your back.
Right.
So, like, no matter what you say or what you do is going to be scrutinized to the 10th power from people who haven't achieved anything that you've done.
Facts.
That's just the nature of the
But
game.
Dirty, hold on. What makes Deion achieve more than somebody else up here because he played football?
Do you feel like he achieved more than you?
No!
Okay. All right.
I'm just saying, I know my struggle every day.
All right.
And the shit that
All
I
right.
do. The man played football. Now you supposed to be God?
All right. I don't know
on,
what you
man.
measuring achievements by.
What you achieving by money?
Hey,
Oh, no,
I'm
Deion
not even going to argue
Hell
with you about
yeah.
that.
Okay,
I'm not even
so-
going to argue with you about that.
No, this is
He's a Hall of Famer.
Did
He's
you go to college?
he has a lot of accolades and awards.
Wait.
The veteran graduated.
He was-
And I went extra. What you mean? That cost me $26,000 in 1 year.
I
I had to pay
another
that.
question.
Fast is
What you talking about?
as successful
Man,
as Deion Sanders.
Listen. I know, just because you're an athlete don't mean you achieve more.
We're not talking about athletes. We're not talking about him being an athlete.
We're talking about something he did besides sports, and I'll go with that.
What are you
He's a
talking
pastor.
about?
You said he was a Hall of Fame. Keep going.
He was a
He's
baseball
not done
player.
nothing.
He,
Fast,
he,
your
did-
life is
he
comparable
played
to Deion
baseball
Sanders.
and he played football.
That's great.
That's an achievement. That's matter of fact, that's major.
a
in
great
sports.
achievement.
Major. Did
But-
you do that?
What?
I'm saying you said no. I said you do
I was
that.
playing from the stadium and went to the baseball game. What you mean? Girl, we all have prime time
I'm not finna play with facts. I'm just not.
Hey man.
Cut that out, man, over there, man.
Bro, you downplaying yourself.
I'm not downplaying myself.
But just because you play sports, bro.
I
yes,
did
you have
play
the word.
sports. I didn't
I'm
play
not
him as
talking-
well as he did.
Okay, I'm not talking about Mr.
Stop saying
Dirty.
sports.
I feel
Talking
like
about where he is
Listen,
in life.
we only talk about Deion with sports.
We're
That's
talking,
it.
where is he at in life right now?
Coach in Colorado.
Being talked about
Is it
on
safe
What
to
Up
say
Yo
Deion
podcast.
Sanders is way more comfortable in life than you are, than we are?
yes, hell yeah.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, he did just lose a
All
toe.
right.
Beyonce too.
Hey, you know what? Financially, yes.
Okay.
But it's a reason why rich people kill themselves too, Dirty. It's
We're
the
not-
reason
we're
why
not-
they get divorced.
we're not talking
They
about
do-
that,
I'm saying they
though.
do the same shit we do.
We're not talking
So,
about
okay,
that. We're talking
okay.
about Deion. Well, let's leave it right
When
there.
we say happier, what are you saying?
I didn't say happy.
What did you say again, Dirty?
Is it safe
Successful.
that he's achieved more things in life than we have combined as the 5, 6 people sitting at this table right now? Is it safe to say that?
You know,
On a
yeah,
larger scale, yes.
On the smaller scale,
I know some niggas got 3 raises at their job in the last year. Like, nigga, I did this shit. So how can you? I mean,
he take that raise and put it in his motherfucking nose.
What if they didn't get paid to play football?
But he did. Stop talking about if it was a bird, if
But
it was
this
a
is
radio
what I'm
time
saying.
to a bird's ass, it'd be music in the air. Stop talking about this. Let's talk
His
about
achievements
what's
more
going
than
on.
Obama's.
Man. They ain't gonna comparable. And look who you brought up.
Obama, he was the president. and
Look
what
who you
else?
brought up. You saying, so you cool as Obama too? Like you, that's where you are in life.
Obama had to go through a lot of adversity to get there. In football, it's either you're good or you're not.
All right.
we're going to the next thing.
Anybody hated on Deion
I
because
am
he was the
Tiger
best
Woods.
cornerback? Hey, asking about Torrey Holt or some shit like that. Like, nigga, what? Come on, man.
Was he a football player?
Yeah.
For the
Rams.
Moving forward, we are upcoming on the 314 day.
Yay! I love 3-way.
How do you guys feel about the 314 activities being compared to J-Bo and Nelly having a 314 activity at a.
I don't like that.
Do you? Is it? Are they running? Are they running at the same time, or is it?
But it's events going all over St. Louis. We can't do that.
Wait a minute, hold up. What events?
DT. Come on, DT. We're not doing
It's comedy shows.
Which one?
DT.
I've seen them online.
The comedy show on the
if
Sunday.
you choose to make a difference in this situation, at the end of the day, I could have a party. So just because it's them and they're separated, they going through whatever they're going through, it's supposed to be a big deal. So their achievements are no more than mine, and I have a party and I bring the whole motherfucking city out. There's no difference.
That sounds a little personal for DT.
No, it ain't about being personal.
That sounds a little personal for
This is the problem for St. Louis.
DT.
That's the problem with St. Louis. I can go to everybody party and still have a good time. I don't give a care. I'm in St. Louis.
DT.
DT. If What Up There Radio was having a party at Elmo's and you said I'm having one, I'm gonna be like, damn, why the fuck would DT do that?
Exactly.
Well, I mean,
on the same night.
Question: why would you do it?
Because
You can't use that. You gotta say,
I
what
will use
if
that.
Didi was having a party? What if somebody who ain't on the show no
Yeah,
more?
right.
Like,
I mean,
but
like, listen, we know the reason why everybody feel like that, and we ain't gotta beat around the bush. We keep everything 100 on the show. We know because Nelly don't get along with the St. Limitations no more. That shit been out for over a month. So when
last year. Clearly you didn't go to nothing last year, because last year when we started at Prime, we went from Prime to Marquee to Lowe's. All different people having different parties.
Now, can I ask you this, DT?
Come on, DT.
DT, can I ask you this?
The lunatic.
DT, would you
I wouldn't care who it was. I was going everywhere.
Can I ask you this? Would you prefer or been more enlightened or felt more better if they had been like Nelly hosting a party at Ballpark Village with everybody else? Would you?
You mean like just one general big party? Yeah. I would love that.
Which one you going to?
I'm going to one. I would prefer to go to one big party.
Which one you going
it's
to?
314 day. I'm going to everybody party. Everybody want to see me.
Okay. So
That's
listen.
why I'm getting like.
So listen.
I'm going to see.
I'm going to see
listen.
everybody.
This the way I feel about it. When we always saying, everybody's saying St. Louis small, we should all get together. Egos come into play.
Definitely.
Because it's like, this is one reason why I felt like what Nelly did was, I kind of feel like it was some bullshit. But at the same time, if somebody paying me to come do a party, I'm going to do it.
I feel that too.
However,
was
it the reason why we can say it's petty? Because we all know all throughout St. Louis, it's like now y'all dividing us again.
Nelly is petty.
Because it's like, I wouldn't just say it's just Nelly. Because in that case,
Nelly is petty.
Hold on, Farrah. We don't know if they reached out to Nelly and asked Nelly to do the show and he said no. We don't know if Nelly said I do. It was like, no, we got the. We don't know. We don't know if she should say we're going to give you $15,000. Nigga, I'm on my way. We don't know all this shit.
Facts.
I know one thing we do know. It's a lot of other promoters doing shows too, but they not being ridiculed.
I ain't heard about nobody else.
We're not being ridiculed because of everything that's in our face. That's why they're not being ridiculed.
I mean,
if I don't want to
come on,
Nelly Party was first.
Yeah.
Would it have mattered if Nelly Party was out there first?
Yeah.
That probably would have made a lot of.
It would have made a difference.
Now,
it would have made a difference.
Listen, me personally, I feel like I don't owe no ties to nobody party.
Yeah.
Because then nobody offer us shit to do. So at the same time, I wouldn't come on here and say, hey, meet me at so-and-so party. I'm not getting paid from their party. I know where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not on here to help nobody else shit out because they ain't helping me out.
I feel that too.
I'm going to come spend my money and support what I want to do with it. However, do I think it's some bullshit?
Yeah. Yes.
But, I'm on both.
But I don't know they beef. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas have real beef.
I'm going to take it. I'm going to look at it like this. It's different venues to have different types of fun wherever you want to go. Like, fuck it. We always talk about ain't shit
I'm a little
do.
bitter when it come to Nelly. So
why is that, Farrah?
Yeah, why?
I'm bitter when it come to Nelly because when Nelly came on our show and it went viral, right after that, all of our shows except 4 of them got taken off the internet. Podcasts, radio, wherever you can find us at, it got taken down. And I just feel like, what is the coincidence of this?
So he did it?
I don't know.
Who you think did it, DT?
What benefit would he get out of it?
I didn't say he did it.
Well, he's a Scorpio. So it is not about.
If you got ties, the F, it's gotta be. What's it? Well, why take this all forward? That don't make no sense.
That right there has me bitter
Please don't be bitter about that. Matter of fact, do what Farrah do and research it, then be bitter.
I don't know how to research it because
Google it.
it's some other things.
That don't make no sense.
You don't think that's a coincidence?
No.
The only reason,
okay.
the only reason I felt, the only reason I did and still feel kind of way about that is because the people that made the complaint, it was Universal Music and Spotify.
Universal Music.
So I was like, that was kind of odd. And they said, what was the complaint, Justin? That we were using their music to sell. Like I've never played music like come out here because I'm selling it. Like that was I just thought that was odd within a week. Well, shit.
No, I can't prove that Nelly had anything to do with it, but I just feel like it's a coincidence.
I'm gonna say this fair. The reason why I think he didn't, because even when I done seen Nelly plenty times for that. Every time I see him, it's all, "What's up, dog?" Like we might laugh at the podcast a couple of times, but I don't think he was bitter about the situation at all. Real shit.
Okay.
Well, that's not the truth. But at the
okay.
But I don't like.
Why was he bitter about it, Dirty?
We faking on this.
Because it's public. You can say this, like me and Nelly, me and Mo, we cool. So he was a little jarred by to think that I was coming for him in some certain kind of way, like we cool, like that's my guy. Why are you doing that?
His exact words to me was like, "Nigga, I told you to be saying all that shit on the podcast. Motherfuckers mad at you now."
I'm coming from a fan. I'm coming from
it wasn't no.
Now I don't know.
I'm coming from a fan perspective though, because I've always been a fan of Nelly, and I've always been one of those people where he can do no wrong in my eyes. Quit talking about him. He don't owe the city nothing. Da 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 da. So right, I've always had that type of support and love for him. Plus he is Scorpio. That's my zodiac brother, and he fine. So I've always had a certain type of love for him. So after that, I'm like, that ain't no. When I get a certain feeling, I don't be wrong. My intuitions be real. So yeah, that left a bad taste in my mouth.
I do believe intuition is real. But I think fur is fur. If Ali is right, I'm a roll with Ali. If Murphy is right, I'm a roll with Murphy. I'm a fan of the
I ain't never heard you ride with them though, DT.
Because it ain't been you wasn't here when Murphy was on the show.
No, but I was here when Ali was on the show. And I was here when Nelly was on the show. And the way you stand up for Nelly, you do not stand up for nobody else.
What's right is right. I asked Ali. We had all questions. We didn't hold anything back when Ali was on our show.
He didn't either. That was
the same.
You have a different type of passion when it comes to Nelly.
As a matter of fact, when Nelly came, didn't nobody talk but Christian and Fats. So I didn't even say nothing.
So
how can you put me in the same situation?
Body language and everything.
I'm on this side. You right here.
Okay, DC.
What was the body language?
He definitely was Moses that night because y'all started like the Red Sea.
I'm going to let it be.
I didn't get a chance to.
I'm going to let it be.
Man,
Lord, see, not to tell you nothing.
But listen.
What?
But listen, when Ali came on the show.
That is not true.
Come on, we talking.
When Ali came on the show, I remember Ali keeping it pretty real.
Very real.
But when you saying, DT, on some real shit, I mean, we all know you more passionate about Nelly than any other conversation we have. Like, you can't, don't look in the camera and say that you're not, because we all know this. But when you saying right is right and wrong is wrong, tell us who was right and who was wrong here.
I don't know. That's my whole point. We had to get you can't.
We heard everybody's story. We heard everybody's story.
Let me say this. We had not had his story. My only thing is, I'm not going to let nobody gang up on Murphy. I'm not going to let nobody gang up on Keywan. And whatever my opinion is about them is my opinion.
Not on this podcast.
Yes, it is.
She can have
I can have my own opinion.
No, I mean,
if that's the case, then what are we here for?
But listen, having a personal
all I'm saying is
about wrong and right is different. If
I'm
saying is,
I'm not going to let nobody say Fats can come on the show and defend his own self. Period.
That's
all I said. That's all I care about.
DT, I think the difference is, dog, is like, you
ain't finna gang up on me, so we finna change the subject.
We all know Nelly personally, but if I feel like it was wrong or Ali was wrong, I'm going to say it.
But that's for them to say. That's not for me to say.
Okay.
Because I can't find out what information I need unless he is heard or he is heard.
So after Nelly left, who you feel like was right or wrong? From her Ali's side and Nelly's side?
They all are wrong. Because this is something that they can sit down together if they choose to. This is a choice.
And they should.
And this is a choice where they are. As a fan, Period. As a fan, I'm not going to love anybody any less because I'm not. When Ali Park come on on the radio, I'm not going to fast forward the shit. This my shit. I'm a fan.
Hold on, wait. So now this is my question. Can you at least understand why people are mad at Nelly because they feel like Nelly, you ain't even got to be here. You could be. Listen, one thing we know: the Lunatics and Ali cannot go to every city in the United States and do a show. Right? Nelly, you picked the day. That's how people are feeling. This is not me personal. You picked the day that the Lunatics had a show in St. Louis on 314 day. And you decide you just left San Antonio. You finna go to Toronto.
So he ain't from St. Louis?
Hold on, let me finish.
Oh my God.
But you picked to, do you understand when people feel like you defending him?
Yo.
You don't see this?
Yo, I don't care. At the end of the day, if I'm from St. Louis and I'm a star and if I'm no longer with the people that I'm fooling with, I'm not finna stop what I'm doing because they have a
Nobody said stop what
So I'm
you're
saying,
doing.
why is it a problem? Why is it a problem to have a party? No, that's y'all mentality.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you why.
Period.
I'm gonna tell you why. Get them niggas they shine. They ain't been getting it. He's the star.
So you waited till 314 day on the day when it's everybody day to get this shine. You waited on 314 day. I'm just supposed to give you this everybody day from St. Louis. This not just.
Kelly, you can come here on any other day and get your shine.
Yo,
has the same Lunatics ever did something on 314 day?
Not together.
Not together. No, they have not.
I'm just saying. I'm just being
No.
honest. I'm just being honest.
No, they haven't.
So when Fiona made that shit, I'm like, damn, that's dope.
Fielden started. Tatum started it.
What are you talking about?
Actually.
Okay, I know who promoted Field Essence. So this is why I'm saying
Field promotes it now. Yeah.
He promote what now?
I'm saying Tatum is the one who started it.
Started what?
314. He got all that together.
Wait. If I'm not talking, I thought Young Dip did it.
Young Dip and Tatum, actually. You're right.
But I'm not talking. We way past it. I'm saying when we seen that flyer for the St. Lunatics, the Dirty Moons, the front of the flyer was the like it was the St. Lunatics.
Why you don't think?
I don't think this.
You gotta look at it as a.
No, I look at it like you have a choice.
No,
you have a choice.
If I'm a fan,
I'm going.
It's not going to change how you feel. Is how you feel, and that's okay.
But it's like you just don't have a clue why.
No, I just choose not to be on anybody petty shit. This my own shit. This what I like. This what you like, and if that's how you feel, when
what you mean that's what I like?
What you just said, if that's your opinion.
No, wait. First of all,
what is it changing?
Listen, I don't like the fact that they not doing it together. So let's get this straight. Because I've been on them, just how you've been on them. It would be a whole lot easier for a whole lot of fans to organize the both of us Nelly and St. Lunatics.
Of course.
Just like the same way when Nelly had his reunion tour and Ali went third. It wasn't people saying, damn, I'm not going because Ali ain't third. Yeah. We know who we coming to see.
Yeah.
Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts who the people are coming to see. We coming to see Nelly and the St. Lunatics. So now when the St. Lunatics doing their own show, like, damn, you know what, dog? Maybe they do need their flowers because they doing 314 day. They can't go do Memphis Day. They can't go do. Yeah. We all know this. Even though if they might want to, it's not going to happen. So then when Nelly come out the blue, which like this why, hold on. Because I can defend them, because this shit could have been, they could have just got their promotion in LA. We don't know. I'm just saying, as people, every time I pick up the phone, somebody say, damn, nigga, why Nelly doing a party like that? I'm like, nigga, maybe he got paid. What the fuck he supposed to do? I defend him, but I can understand.
In 2023, perception is the conception.
And if you can't see that, something's wrong.
I don't care.
You are definitely a Nelly defender. I don't care what happened, DT.
How about this? No, I'm okay with you thinking that because I could care less. I'm a Nelly defender. I don't care. But it's not going to change my ways. It don't change me for not still wanting to go to the ballpark village and see that. That has no bearing on me.
What if they do it at the same time?
It wouldn't matter. I'll still do that party. I'll do what I mean.
But this is what I'm saying. Why they gotta make you choose?
I don't know. I don't care.
I do as a fan.
What if everybody can't afford to do both?
Hey, we just gotta move forward. You either gonna go to one or not go to one.
DT, some of us get in for free.
Fine, you get in for free.
No, hold on. What if there's some people? Man, all I got is $200 to do it. Damn, I wanted to go see them, but fucking Nelly here. Like, man, that dude shut down the city every time he comes.
You gonna choose a small ass shisha, and they gonna charge you $1 million to get in, or you gonna go over here and enjoy the.
You just made my point for me.
The Lunatics.
You just made my
but
point
let me tell you, it ain't like it ain't people here with money, so they'll pay that.
You just made my point for me.
All of that. You could go over here. All this is
That make it even
It's where you
worse.
want to spend your money in, man.
That's more of a slap in my face.
Spend your money where you want.
You know what?
Spend your money
You
where
know
you want to
what?
spend
You
your
know
money.
what?
I'm going to spend my money where I spend my
fair.
money.
I'm going to talk to you. Fair enough.
Let me
You're going to go to Liberty ass Shisha where you got to spend all this money. I'm going to Ballpark Village, have a nice time. Guess why you going to Shisha?
To see Nelly.
No.
Period.
The optics just tell you a different story, no matter what. I think
I'm gonna go see
it's a
Nelly.
reason why people feel a
I'm
certain
gonna
kind of
run
way.
in a
Came right
certain
in here.
atmosphere because Nelly gonna break out a certain crowd.
Listen, Nelly went right online a day before and said, "Meet me at Elmo's." This motherfucker, they was parked all the way in people's houses. We got shut down.
Yes.
That man did it in 24 hours.
He
Them
fat.
can't do that. You
Fact.
think? Okay, let's take Nelly. You think Shishi them didn't know that shit? You think J-Bo? Hey boy, we put Nelly on this shit. It's over.
Fact.
And guess what's happening now?
On any day.
People like, damn, I had a booth down there. Hey, how much y'all booths? They getting calls right back. Whatever Ballpark Village was doing, now you got to choose.
Yep.
If you was going to Dip Party, that was cool because you fuck with Dip. If you was going to their skating party, that's cool. But the main attraction was we got Nelly. I mean, we got lunatics down here.
Period.
And then it wasn't just the lunatics; it was just everybody from St. Louis being celebrated.
Yeah.
It just, I mean, I think
But no
everybody,
matter if everybody being celebrated or not.
I think everybody wanted just to
Nelly
just see
coming.
one
He
thing.
gonna be there.
I mean, we would all love it. That's the act that we have, the most prominent act that we've had come out of him or them together. So we love to see it. Unfortunately, there's just not the time. So
Can I
like,
ask you a question, no dirty?
hold on for a second. Unfortunately, for the time, just you got to deal with it. They getting over it, so we need to get over it. So everybody enjoy themselves on 314 a day, and hopefully one day we won't be having this discussion about this shit. And they
I hope so.
let bygones be bygones.
What if Chingy had his own party somewhere? Would he be wrong?
No.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Man, ain't nobody going to
Ain't
speak easy, man.
They ain't look.
Shout out to Chingy.
St. Lunatics hold a certain type of way. And when I say St. Lunatics, I mean Nelly involved too. St. Lunatics hold a certain type of way. They are like the face of
Who
St.
hold a
Louis.
certain type of way?
St. Lunatics.
No.
Yes, they do. St.
Nelly
Lunatics.
and the St. Lunatics.
Listen, I am a St. Lunatic fan.
Man,
And when
them my
when I say St. Lunatics, Nelly is a lunatic to me.
Who is the
Period.
star? Who is the star?
Nelly is a star.
Don't matter though.
But they are the lunatics to me. Like the ticks is just what it was. I remember 99, 2000. Goddamn me, I was popping because Nelly them had it popping.
I
You
don't
know
think I
what
think
I'm
about the Step
saying?
99 taking over for the 2000. Oh, okay.
Man,
I'm in the
what?
wrong state.
Time of my life.
But I
The
just,
lunatics.
I mean, look here. If I'm getting paid, I'm getting paid. If he feel like he coming home to put on for his city, that's what he's supposed to do. Flat out.
As he should.
He
I
coming
just feel
home
like-
to take the shine from the ticks.
If they wasn't doing it,
Yeah.
I'd have been like, we going to fuck with him.
Somebody
Man,
put it on his Facebook. He's a true Scorpio.
He really
That's
is.
rough.
Facts. He
Hey,
really is.
Hey, that is.
When we feel like one thing about us Scorpios,
Hey,
when
Spider.
we feel like somebody didn't hurt us, you know what I'm saying?
Spider.
Yeah.
We getting our lick back.
So you think this is
we
him getting
are
his lick back?
petty. Listen, we don't even have to try to get our lick back. It can just fall in our lap
But wait a minute. Why you gotta get his lick? Like what they do to him?
because you hurt my feelings.
You hurt my money.
17.
But you hurt my feelings,
You want to spray?
and we supposed to be better than that. So
How
now I
did
gotta
you-
hold you a certain
Wait a
way.
minute. How do you
Come on,
hurt my
Spider.
feelings?
People get their feelings hurt. I'm sensitive.
I
So
mean,
yeah, I want my leak back. That's how I be. My leak just fall in my lap, and when it fall in my lap, I'ma take it.
You think it's more about Ali besides Murph and Keywan?
Possibly.
That's what I think it is.
I don't think they're.
I don't know.
They gonna do a Claude and Ray. They gonna get cool when they.
I feel like Ali put the icing on the cake. Whatever it was, if it was a little tension between the rest of the teams
Right.
or
Count to
whatever,
three.
when it came to Ali,
One,
Ali put
2,
the icing on the
3.
cake for it.
There you go.
Because they did a show with Nelly, after they fell out. They did the reunion show, but I mean at first it was always a little hope like, hey, he might come out and do something. But then I'm like, damn, nigga, you got your own whole party. That's kinda rough. So, hey man.
Shout out to the Scorpios. Next.
Didn't get no ice, man.
Can I get a
Oh my
cup?
gosh.
Is there no cups?
Okay, we in the
Dirty, where you going through one for that?
I'm going to both.
Thank you.
I'm going to attend both of them. Have a great
Farrah,
time.
what you doing?
I ain't going.
Why not?
I don't know.
You know when you come out with, we kick it every time we go out.
Yeah, but that's
I'm gonna
a lot.
I'm gonna get a booth.
First of all, I don't really like Shisha.
Actually,
I don't like their customer service. I don't like how they act. I don't like how they treat you.
They're not gonna like our customers.
If you get in that motherfucker, depending on what time you get there.
Yeah, it be a
It's
lot.
gonna be looking like a motherfucking concert line.
What do 314 day fall on? Let me
On a
see.
Tuesday.
Farrah.
Oh,
the
so
fuck
we
you
going
doing?
live from there?
Nah, we wouldn't.
Yeah, get our
We gotta holler at T-Love about that.
We should go live.
And do a remote show.
Do something for a nigga.
All day, like everybody that's performing.
Do you? Okay, let me tell you this.
What?
Do you not understand some of our frustrations? Wait till the cameras go off. We'll talk about that too. We weren't even nominated. Why they want us? We didn't even get nominated.
Man, that wasn't that.
It don't matter. We still the best podcast
Oh,
out
there
there.
we go.
But-
Thank you.
Michael Jordan got cut.
And he didn't play till he was in college.
Say it again to the Kick It Show.
Next.
Jordan got cut.
You need one of them mics that they have way over there.
Oh,
when
my
they
God.
Thing on you when you
Sound
talk.
like you're at distance.
Hey, but
I didn't get a cup. Oh, thank you.
you know what though? That would have been dope to do the podcast from that. The same way that we did.
Man, y'all would have been out of control. Ain't no way.
The
Motherfucker
same way we
been
did.
running off.
How did we do the last
everything.
one though?
Yeah, but
When
y'all.
we did
We
the
did
the
great
taste
too.
yeah, the taste.
Nice.
Yeah, but
The taste
that's
was cool.
different.
Wow.
Cause somewhere like that, y'all too lit.
Man, yeah, we gonna
Hey.
they gonna be lit too.
Hey, do
Y'all,
you,
that is not
We
gonna
done
work.
interview.
hey,
Listen,
my
we
G, you want to do the show? Here.
You
We interviewed. Hey, you know what though? We actually tried that before. The bowling thing we had.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't turn
How'd
out
that go?
too.
It didn't-
It turned out-
No, too much partying.
10 minutes later.
No,
I'm like,
but I know.
Hey, I'm like, man, I'm too high. I can't get off the earth. Dirty was like, we had a show when nobody talking. Everybody.
I left.
Ah!
I came back just and still got the
That
camera.
was
Nobody
Q1
sitting there.
420 Hey,
Y'all was on Earth.
that was Keyline in 420 They put some shit on my nachos. I'm like, oh man, I gotta go home. I fuck staying here. I'm going home right now.
That was at like Tropicana or something.
Man, that
I went back and I
motherfucker.
said, y'all
It was on the
still
moon.
filming
You
the
asked me.
show? Nobody
It was
sitting
packed.
there.
Yeah, I heard
It was
packed.
it was on the moon.
I was at work.
I had to take the show down. Like, this is terrible.
It wasn't no show.
Nobody's even here.
Man, I wish I could have saw that though.
No,
I
you
would have been
didn't.
the only one like, yeah.
No, you'd have been high too.
Yeah,
Everything they had weed in it. I didn't know that.
everything.
He was like, Fetch, you know he put that shit on your nacho. No, he didn't. Just wait a minute. I'm like, nigga, something wrong. And I couldn't feel nothing on my motherfucking body. It started from here. By the time they got down by that mess, I said, hey, I ain't gonna be able to drive phone leave right now. It took me 45 minutes to get on Tropicana. I stayed
you
5
ain't
minutes
know
away.
Oh my
Man,
God.
I was on the highway about 2 miles per hour.
Oh my God.
That was a funny ass day.
Never again.
Dang, yes, we doing it this time too then.
Well, we got to get invited because we only go once and don't get invited back.
Man, it's 9:27. Man, I think we even touched on enough topics tonight. Very riveting conversation
I love
between
y'all.
really St. Louis-based conversation of entertainment, politics, and tomorrow we get up and face another day to try to do something better for our community. I do want to shed some light on DT for having bringing out a lot of people this past weekend.
Let me say that it was other people there, and I want to thank them people.
Who was there?
And Mocha Latte.
You got your paper? You got
It
your
was
speech
me
written down?
and you. We was there.
Farrah was in the building for me, baby. But
I had fun. Like, I'm
It was
glad
a
I
lot.
came out. DCI like, who you here with? Nigga, you. Who I here with? You.
So that mean if you fight, I gotta help you.
What the hell?
Hey, that mean if you still fight, I gotta help.
Like,
She went outside.
party in this motherfucker.
I'm over there, but I'm over here with you. I said, okay.
I'm
That
going
was
to the
definitely
Barbie
one
right
for
back.
the ages.
I enjoyed y'all. I felt like a family that night.
Next Thursday.
Yeah, I felt like a family.
Next Thursday at the MX Theater, Gene Deal is coming back. Puppy's former bodyguard. He's going to show a documentary, The Last Night of Big. We'll be hosting that at the IMX Theater downtown on Washington, March 9th, the death date of Biggie's death date. He's also going to do a Q&A after it, so we'll look for some information probably tomorrow afternoon.
I'm going.
Definitely.
I'm trying to too.
With that being said, that's another edition of What Up Though Radio, episode 20, season 5. We moving forward.
This dude making this
Is it
shit up.
20?
every day.
Have new numbers.
This shit up every day.
Hey, all you gotta do is follow the timeline. I ain't missed it. I
No.
think I'm good at math.
I mean, you're gonna remember it.
See y'all next Tuesday.
Have a good
next
night.
Thursday.
Bye, y'all.
Never.
Tuesday, bro.
We doing 314
Thank
day
you, Mocha.
for 3 minutes and 14 seconds.
Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna do it.
What you see?
This how y'all doing? All right, we gotta go.
All right, that's it. I'm not loving happy.
What love it?
Man, he don't fuck with us.